Hello, welcome to Hope for Flint. I'm your host, Kristen Wolosinovich. So excited to be downtown Flint at the Ferris Wheel Studio, Hope for Flint Studio. And I'm here with two very, very extremely handsome guests. Hello, gentlemen. I'll start with you, Joe. Joe Scapani, Executive Director for the Flint Public Art Project. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And then next to you is Seba Center, right?
Correct.
Artist that specializes in spray can paint. It is unbelievable the work you two have been doing. Thank you both for being here. Joe, I'll start with you. When did this project come to fruition? When did it start brainstorming, and when did we start to see it actually come to life?
Well, the concept started last fall. We did a mural jam at Totem Books.
Okay.
And we did a bunch of murals with Nomad Clan, Megs, Charlie Boyke, Kevin Burdick, a couple local artists, that we covered the whole building in murals. And then we after listening to a bunch of people in the city talk about how they feel like they're getting blurred out with all these documentaries on the water crisis and everything going, that everything's overlooking what they're doing. All the good work they're doing. So we figured, well, why don't we put some big pieces of art all throughout the city and try to make people
Bring
notice.
a different narrative.
Right, make a different narrative.
And we're such a visual society that it's just really, it's brilliant to have this now in front of us. Like you said, our storyline, our narrative has been the water crisis for so long. And it's not something we're not aware of or have been dealing or healing from.
Right.
But come on, let's do something different and visual.
And so it started out earlier this year with Collabs, which is one of our partners.
Collabs.
And Nomad Clan.
Okay.
They came to Flint. We did in May, and we did a school project with the kids at the Southwestern High School. Mm-hmm. And Nomad Clan worked with them, did a workshop teaching them how to use spray paint, how to do stuff, how to create the mural, how to think the design through, and execute the design.
From beginning, cradle to grave, correct?
Yep, correct.
Pretty exciting.
And so it was really big to have a really big graffiti named artist that came out and worked with these kids, and they felt like they were working with Picasso, and it was great. And
well, how magical too to go through that process with the kids, to give them that opportunity, because you know what it brings to you.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine getting into the youth and then bringing that magic to them as well, and letting them, contribute, leave a footprint, leave a legacy.
And that was awesome. And that was a great experience with them. And then we've had many artists come through, and we're going to be doing 50 murals this year. We're at number 17. 16 and 17 are being worked on right now in Flint. And so Seba did 3 here.
Okay, so we're
Seba's
getting to
amazing.
Seba. So, in part of the project is bringing in and working with really globally renowned artists.
Yeah.
And that brings in
Right. And well, the goal of that is
Seba.
so they can work with our local artists and help the local artists get noticed by this international attention.
Well, I think it's bringing in these great minds and great artists to mentor, guide, and then give us that kind of footprint for our local,
and
whether it's the youth or artists. Yes. So Seba,
Seba.
Yes. So when did you arrive into Flint, Michigan, sir?
Well, I arrived here like 3 weeks ago. Supposed to be here just 9 days. I stay longer.
What's your experience like being in the city of Flint?
Well, at the very beginning, I came here thinking the only things that I looked before came here was the easy things to see, like the documentary and all that kind of things that talks not the very positive, the very good things about Flint. So when I came here, it was like, okay, I know where I'm going and all that. And it takes me like 100% a surprise without, like, the town is so beautiful, the place is so beautiful, you can feel like it's like growing up, you can see it in different cultures, in different people and all that. As an artist painting, I received too much good feedback from the people. one of the things that I most say is like in big cities, the people is used to like see different like things in view. I don't remember the word, but is that they are used to see murals, see things, and all that. And here it's the opposite. They are not used to that kind of thing. So
That's right.
it reaches more to the people.
Yeah, so to be able to bring your talent and that beauty and really your gift to this city, to connect with the people, see the beauty, did it inspire you for your mural?
Yes, I mean, I always say that is my battery. Like to be doing something good for the people that is on the town, for me is like my 100% battery of my body when I'm painting. It's like energy.
That's what I was going to ask you. So did you know in your mind what you were going to paint when you arrived here, or did it come to you after experiencing the city and the community?
Yes, I mean, I have both. I
Okay.
have some ideas that I'm working with before came here.
Sure.
But also now I'm trying to do something that also fits on the way that is here. I made an upside down portrait that's a kind of metaphoric thing because when you're looking at it, you have any sort of trouble because the brain don't recognize what you are looking at it like 100%.
Because
So-
the face is upside down,
the face is
right?
upside down in a 200-foot wall. So it's like you don't have any choices. You have to look at it and appreciate it the way it is. So kind of you are changing the perspective of the thing that you recognize
Okay.
to appreciate it the way it is. And that's a kind of problem that the brain have. And for me, it's my way of thinking to translate any problems. If you see it in different perspective, the problems is,
You work through it.
Yes.
To solve it.
Yes.
That's where is the wall located at?
The exact roads are
That's okay.
4th Avenue and Martin Luther King.
Okay, so it's MLK and 4th Avenue. And so kind of the conceptual basis behind your mural is it's an upside down gentleman, and you have apples. You guys have to check it out, viewers and listeners, and we'll post it all on social media. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, is that the message behind it is you look at something and the brain doesn't always register or process
Yes.
because there's some complexities to it, but the message behind it, and that's very indicative of our city and what we've been going through. And not only within the, water crisis, but really for some time, the city's been healing and resurging and healing, and it's extremely, extremely resilient. And I think your mural speaks to that. It's solving problems, and that's what the city and community has done for centuries, really. So I hope that footprint you leave, it's almost like you get us. Does that make sense? You came in as an outsider and you read us and you got us, you understood us.
Yes.
Did you feel that?
kind of. I felt so good, like with the people and all that, and I know that I reached to see that these kind of things of what are like globally is shown about Flint and what is really Flint. So there is a reality, there is a change of reality right there.
That's exactly right.
So-
One thing that we've known internally and why we created this platform, this podcast, this magazine, is we know who we are. And everyone else was telling us what they thought we were.
Yeah.
And we're here to let everyone know from a global scale, it's not what you think. Is that
So much better. so
So-
much better.
beyond better? And for us to have people such as yourself come into our city, Joe, I'm going to turn it to you real quick.
All right.
Truly an honor and a privilege. And thank you for your vision and your team, because it's a collaboration.
Yes, we're a
It's-
small nonprofit.
Yes.
There's pretty much me and 5 board members
Okay.
that have put the whole thing together, along with our partners collabs, which help us provide a lot of the artists.
Yes. But it's brilliant. And I think the vision that you have, right, that you foresee and continue to foresee is also to bring in these global brand ambassadors who will come in,
And
become Flint residents within their heart, and then go and speak our story.
And that's one of the things I've noticed. We've had a lot of different artists from a lot of different countries around the world that leave here with the same perspective as Seba does, that It's like, okay, I came in here thinking I was expecting this, and amazed by what I've seen, and amazed by the people. They've all talked about how great of an experience they've had working with the people, how great it's been in the city.
It's pretty magical,
Right.
isn't
Yes.
it?
It is.
Yes. And I think it's magical for, I mean, we know the narrative. We know our city. We know our home and the people. But I think what's really interesting is, and I'll give it back to Siba, is when you leave now, hopefully this will become a piece of who you are, for years to come. Will you want to come back and help contribute, or, at least connect us to more opportunity and more artists and more connections?
Yes, I mean, it is 100%. It's like I felt like it's a second house from these days here. Like everyone on the place had been treated so well. So it's a place that I want to come back and still doing my part in what I can do here. So it's like
To help see
Yes.
the city progress.
Yes.
Absolutely. So thank you for your gifts and your talent. And I'm
pleasure.
so happy that you're one of us. You're a Flintstone, isn't he? He's a official Flintstone. And Joe, I'll ask you, how can we help you? What are some things that we can do on our end? Can we throw money at you? Can we throw artists at you? What is your website? How can we assist?
Well, we're flintpublicartproject.com.
flintpublicartproject.com.
Yep. And money's always good because it costs money to feed the
Yes.
artist.
Yes.
We get paint from Cobra Paint. We do have a small grant that we're working with,
Okay.
and trying to make that stretch as far as we can. And we feed and we house the artist and do all that.
So there's a
And
lot of, we
there's a
need
lot
some
of small
support.
back and more walls.
And then
always more walls.
We need more walls. And then, hey, look. I'm seeing, I got the future and it's bright. And then if I'm a local artist or I have a child that I think is talented, how do we just reach out to you directly? Are there phone numbers, or do we just go to the website?
They can either reach us through the website or email me at flintpublicartproject@gmail.com.
One more time, please.
flintpublicartproject@gmail.com.
Excellent. And we will include all this contact information in all our social media portals and within the
Cool.
podcast. So you guys, thank you.
Well, thank you for having us.
Oh, Joe Scapani, Siba Sanar. Let me tell you, you both certainly are hope for Flint. Thank you.
Thank you.